Oh, that's crazy. You guys probably couldn't even hear me. I was just literally talking about this microphone and you guys probably couldn't even hear me. Hi. I'll try that again. I'm William. I have a brand new streaming setup. I'm really excited about it. What's up, Rich? What's up, Abdul? Sorry. Oh, I see the chat is delayed a little bit. Sound should be good, hopefully. With this mic. We got it. So yes, brand new setup. New webcam, new monitors, new desktop, new keyboard, new mouse. Got the new mic here with the arm attached to it. It's close to my mouth. Hopefully the sound is good. And I'm excited. New stream. Also, happy Halloween. It's Halloween, October 31st. And it's very fun here. I went as a Jedi this year. My girlfriend went as Darth Vader. Enough about all that. Let's play some chess. We're here on chess.com instead of on Lee Chess for today. I am doing well. I am doing well. I really like Halloween, and it is a hot Halloween this year here in New York. Wow. It has been in the 70s every day. I've been like sitting outside doing work on my work from home days. And I remember Halloween as a kid was cold. Like every year. And 70s in Fahrenheit, it's like, what, low 20s that would be in Celsius? Slight low buzzing sound in the background. Let me know if it's bothering you. It is maybe the desktop or maybe my air purifier. If it's bothering you, I can maybe adjust that. I can adjust a number of other things. It's a new microphone. We're just getting used to it. I got this little shield dude. I don't want to touch it. That probably hurts your ears. Okay, tough to get a game. That's kind of annoying. Let's go 3-1. I don't know why nobody wants to play with me. Alright, I'll search for a 5-0. Nobody wants to play with me. That's crazy. I mean, come on. How many millions and millions of people are there on chess.com right now? You can't. I remember having this issue on like ICC when I was a kid, where you'd put out seeks, there'd be like little dots and you can click on one. Obviously that doesn't exist anymore because there's millions of little dots. But I sure could use one right now. I just want to play. Alright, I'll put out also a 3. Alright, we've got all these challenges going. Ooh, okay. Why don't I have any... Oh, I muted my volume. Alright. Here we go. Pure Cat. What is the time control? It appears to be 3-0. Pure Cat was 2700. Oh, let's see if we can get a... Oh! Oh my goodness. Very first game, new stream setup. Very first game on the new stream setup. Oh, this guy knows some theory. This is the apparent refutation to my Jobava refuter. Wow, wait, there's so much to go after later because there's that really fun line with e6 takes, knight takes c7, and the bishop controls. Oh, now e6. I feel like I covered this in my video. Wait, okay, I have so much to talk about this line. All right, if I take the queen, takes, and they'll take back. This is only a 3-0 game, so we can't think too much. This is fun stuff. If I go... If I could just go pawn takes... If I go check, c3, castle... The thing is, they can castle. I wanted to go here. I can't. They would take me. I can't let that happen. So, okay, I'm gonna go check... c3. I'm just gonna castle. I'm literally... Because if I take here, they take back. I feel like I was close to making that work. Okay. No, wait. If they... If I castle and they just take my bishop... No, wait. Okay, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna take this pawn. Okay, let's get the clickies up a little bit. Why do I got no volume? Okay. Here, let's bring the chat back a little bit. Alright, they took my queen. I'm gonna take back. My goal is to get a knight there. That would be checkmate. I think this was a little ambitious when I went bishop b4. Because now... If I go a6, take... Yeah, wait, they're taking a really important knight. No, I don't think I did this correctly. Yeah, I wanted to take and, like, checkmate like that. Okay, wait. This is one I wanted to have back. I think I should have gone f takes before bishop check. Yeah, now I'm probably just losing a piece. They could probably just take this. Although knight takes, I mean, it's still annoying. Knights are still hopping around. They've got a fork threat here. Got another fork threat there. Take's not a big deal. Yeah, no. They can guard it. Check, they can guard this bishop. Yeah, this was smart all around by my opponent. And their knight... Yeah, I mean, they can even just give the rook. Check. Here. The other pieces are good, and I'm going to flag. Okay, wait. I want to see... if they play... Oh, okay, they're going to play me again. Maybe I'm going to get to play them again with that... with black. And then I'll get them there. And then we'll review it. But keep that in the queue for reviewing. Keep that in the queue. Alright. We got a Pirtz, but then they actually played e5. Could play this with d3 or d4. I'm going to play it with d3, and I'm not going to take, because I think that opens this, and I think that's exactly what they wanted. This is an interesting move. If I take... Interesting. Take. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they want, is for me to make that capture. I'm not going to give them that. Something that I want maybe is to play f5. I don't need the Gambit glasses at the moment. In fact, I am not allowed to wear them per my own rules. Takes... They can even just recapture, right? So let me capture first. Knight e2, interesting. Bishop f6 to defend. Or knight d5. I mean, it would trade off for that bishop. It's not like a great bishop. But they'd also have to kick me to make me do it, and the bishop's not going anywhere. That was a very interesting game last game. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it, actually. I'm still thinking about the opportunities I had in the opening. You're 90% sure I don't cover it in the original video? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I did not immediately know that move. The delayed e6. You'd think that I would have played it if I knew it, right? I'm going to play a weird move here. I even like e5, but I'm going to play this weird move f5. Because just opening this, like, yes, I'm handing them this square on e5. Just like, how could you do that? But I'm just stepping back. And then I'm not sure what their obvious follow-up is. And then, yeah, so they didn't even want to mess with me there. They're trying to trade off for this very dangerous knight. Because it was not obvious how to not get checkmated, in fact. Something I'm going to do now is maybe take the bishop and then slide over with the queen. This bishop now has some glorious ideas. G3 was also possible to keep that open. But like knight h5 could have dealt with it, perhaps. What I'm looking at is bishop g5 or even g4, g5. Swing the rooks around. I think I've got a really, really nice situation here with my light square pawns, my dark square bishop. It's beautiful stuff. Really nice structure here for white. And bishop g5 just looks really annoying. That's probably my next move. h6 is kind of asking for it, maybe. But I've got, I don't know, this looks just so pleasant. This looks just, like, really pleasant stuff. Queen g3 may be better. Like, bishop f4 to target... Nah. Alright, I'm coming here. If they want to play h6... Wow, really? I could just go here with a much better position. Take knight h7. I have f6. No, I think they... What do they have here? They gotta go on h4, because knight h7 would be a good resource, but now I have f6. I don't think they saw this. Oh, they have queen f8. Okay, interesting. But f6 was still a good move against queen g5 or queen f6. Queen f8, they're not losing. We'll step back. Obviously, we're not trading. If I went there, rook e5 was a nice move to swing over for defense. I need to get this around ASAP. And you not run out of pieces. I think the rook might be coming there. Any good reason why I shouldn't just come to h3, though? Maybe. Anyway, my plan is obvious. Rook f3 and bring him around. Not obvious what to do if you're black. For example, rook f5 is also possible, but I don't know why I would do that. Because they could just go rook e5, challenge me. The other one could come around. So rook g3, I think... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come here. Then queen g8, right? Oh, no, I'm not a genius. There's just rook g5 in that position. Oh, that was so stupid. There's just rook g5. Okay, wait. Why didn't I just go here last turn? Okay. Ignore it. Here. Oh, I'm still threatening this. Oh, I messed this up. I totally had this too. Okay, wait. I want to play him again in the Jobava line. I want to see if we can get the same. But I have a lot of analysis to do now. I messed that up there at the end, and he defended very well. All right. Okay, he's going for bishop takes. He's going for the bishop takes line. Interesting. Yeah, it's takes, right? Bishop. It's definitely takes. Oh, it's a6 here. That's what I was forgetting. And then d4. Is this right? I don't know why I'm oddly forgetting this. But we're just getting creative. Alright. After this game, we're doing analysis no matter what. This was not right. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Yeah, this was not what I meant to be doing. It's just A3. I thought just A3. I guess trade and B3. Castle's nice move. I need to check my own line. I think it's been way too long since I've had a look at that, because I don't really get it over the board. It was bishop c5? Bishop f5? What do you mean? Yeah, how was I not remembering this? Because take, I was thinking about that in e4, there was queen takes d5 there, and then that was just a worse version of the other line. It's crazy I don't remember. Alright. Somehow my opponent has given me a gift and let me stay in this game that I'm only down 1 pawn. I don't know how that's really possible. I should be totally lost. But I'm not. And we gotta accept our gifts. Maybe we'll come here. No, stop. Okay. Alright. Let's chill for a second. let us relax. So, alright. What happened here? So, e6, first of all, did I cover this? Let's check out the link tree. So, this is where I always go to my trusty link tree. Where's the Jobava?
Gambit lovers.
This video. Okay. Well, I can just go to my Licha study. So, this was my first game. And I guess I didn't cover this move e6. And has it been played? Well, first of all, let's make sure I'm not editing the study. Okay. Has e6 ever been played before? Yes. Wow. Why have I never covered this? It is the second most common move. I never touched on it? There were a lot of crazy lines here. Yeah, it was a lot about queen takes d8, as it should, because it's by far the most common move. But, okay, e6, and it is the engine's recommendation. Interesting. So if I went with f takes, then we probably get something like this in the game, which is the same, except in the game I had these moves included and my bishop hanging. So this is going to be something for me to check out. e6, a delayed e6, because typically, right, they play e6 here, and we get that fun line where we can actually checkmate them by giving that up, right? Like there's a number of different checkmates here, for example. Like along these dark squares, you'll take on b2 or c3 or f2 or something. So e6 there to open the bishop, but then takes, and there was a delayed e6. So that's interesting, and I'm sure what I did in the game was not smart at all, where I went check, and then there was nothing good to do here because you don't have take c3 with this defending, but also still threatening that. So it was interesting sequence. Yeah, they don't typically leave their queen there. But it was a very interesting idea by my opponent. I'm going to have to address what to do there using, like, Alila and Stockfish and the database, etc. I gotta go back to the drawing board. This game, I had him. I mean, come on. We had him. So this is very, very nice for white. Bishop takes h6 is even winning. f6 plus 3. Rising. This was so stupid, yeah. So, went from plus 4.2, and I said it during the game, is that I thought, like, oh, rook h3, and then I'll come back, and then next I'll go rook g7. But, of course, here black has one saving move, and it's with rook g5. That they can go queen takes and use the knight's defense, which is, like, I totally missed that just blitzing out. Yeah, just rook g3, and the rook has a direct route to g7. It doesn't need the tempo. There's just no way to stop this. There's just no way. I control everything, and I even have another rook to boot. But yeah, like the engine's recommending here, queen g8, giving the queen. So it's that bad, actually. So it sucks. I think I had actually done everything right, but black defended well and then took advantage of my misstep. In this game, yeah, wait, so the other thing that I meant to check here, this I definitely have covered, is what to do after bishop takes e5. It was an 84 right away. Offering the rook check. Oh, I was thinking about this in the game. Oh, what a line, man. Why didn't I do this? So everyone's going knight takes e5, but it's knight e4, and I forgot my own move. Takes, check c3, take here. Very, very nice stuff, right? Because if you capture, then you're actually winning the queen. They got to go up. So, oops. Very nice stuff. Otherwise, they got to move the queen. And then check, and you can... Oh, wow, queen a5. Filthy. The rook's hanging anyway. Queen a5, just defend this. Yeah, I remember actually exploring these lines a lot. You can collect the knight, you can bring the rook there. Because it's funny, they took a rook over here, you're going to take one over there. So, in that sense, it's equal, but your development's better. Their king's actually in a worse spot than is yours. Although, you know, it's not easy to clear the C line. Anyway, but, I mean, it's plus 0.3. It's plus 0.3 if I turn on the engine right now. Anyway, fun line there. Alright. Okay, let's go back to playing chess and hopefully a little bit better than we just were. I'd love to play like 3+2 if anybody will give me one. Or like 5 at least. Something a little slower. Something just a little slower. 3-1. I'll send out these. Hopefully we get something. I'll respond to chat. It started. It's still Halloween where I am. That is the line you play with the Jobava. Yeah, bishop takes e5. Yeah. I guess, man, I don't know if I've ever faced it. And it's been so long since I made the video, or I guess check back on it. So it slipped my memories. What are my thoughts about hog riders? I don't know what that refers to. I'm scared to Google it. Let me know. All right, we're waiting for a game. I'm gonna sign in here. I just downloaded Streamlabs on my new computer. Select. So, Oh, I have to go here if I want to chat. I see. I can't just chat directly from there like I used to do on Twitch. Man, that's crazy. Give me a game. Do people only want to play 3-0 these days? 5-5. Send one out. 5-2. Man, maybe I should go back to Lichess. Do I have a fun gambit against the Grob or Polish opening? That's actually a great question. I think, as I understand it, the best thing to do is actually to take the pawn. But anyway, yeah, let me get back to that later. What we've got here is... Wait, this is just 3-0? Oh, no, it's 3-2. I was gaining time. Okay, Alapin Gambit. Alapin Gambit against a strong player. Let's go. That is a good question. Do I have a good gambit against the Grob? You're really like outdoing them. I mean, anybody who plays G4 is not gonna be like the normal type. To begin with. It's really a know you kind of situation. Anyway, we got the Gambit glasses on because they have taken our Alapin Gambit. Knight takes f3, we play bishop d3, and we've taken the most important diagonal on the board. And opponent smartly is delaying castling. I say smartly because they would get mated otherwise. So, how do we get them? Probably we just go to g3 and attack what we can. For starters. I mean, really anything is good. You want to develop, you want to just like improve things. All these are useful moves. But, and I feel like my plans kind of vary a little bit against castle delayers in this. Basically, the issue for black is that if they castle, I was going to go queen h4. I think you guys may have seen this a number of times. Put a lot of pressure on h7. Knight there is frozen, defending checkmate. Cannot move at all to reveal any of this, because I will checkmate you. Assuming they're castled and my queen's here, owing to these guys. Can't play h6 to relieve that, because I control another diagonal, where I will sacrifice and checkmate you. Oh my goodness, that's desperate. Oh, wow. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now it is cooking time. Wowee. Alright. Everybody forward. Wow. To defend g7, they've undeveloped one of their only developed pieces. Because they didn't want to castle against this that badly. Basically, long story short, queen and bishop against the castle king there. You just put a ton of pressure on that knight. Bishop there, rook there. You just try and take it. a6. So trying to keep away from bishop b5 here. But, oh my goodness. Alright, I'm looking right there. It's 3+2, so we got a little bit of time to figure this one out. I mean, I do like bishop g5, but I probably shouldn't allow that. Can't go wrong with just knight c3. Can't go wrong with c4 to maybe prepare something like this. The question is, what do we hit? How do I stop knight d7 from being their next move? What do we hit? I think I'm going to go here. Developing is key. And against knight d7, I'm probably just going to play bishop g5. So yeah, I mean, their purpose of a6... Oh, they want an ac6. Well, so they don't want bishop b5 in this position because their king's still in the middle. They want their queen to be able to go somewhere to be able to escape. Interesting idea is just to play rook d1, or to play like knight e4. Put a lot of pressure right there. Knight e4 takes... It seems unnecessary. Rook d1 is just a smart move to play in blitz, instead of just calculating a whole lot of things. Bishop e4 was possible. They're going after me. Bishop e4 is still potentially possible. I don't know if they can use that knight at all. But again, not necessary. I'm willing to just go here. Keep as much on the board as I can. You can go knight takes c2. I'm not really too concerned about it. I'm looking at d5. But we should have everybody cooking at that king. They can't move the bishop still because of that. And we've got everything right. Then d5 should be really, really strong. And now just another move stronger. Alright, it is time to stop messing around. I didn't think they could get away with that. But they've been testing me. Haven't they? No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is the move. Attacking the knight and pressure on f6. I guess they have bishop c5. My king is still open. Did forget about bishop c5. I'm probably just sliding king h1. But yeah, we're attacking this knight. They went pawn c5. But now... What if I do this? Maybe just bishop takes was smarter. Because trade, they have bishop e7 here. I want to go queen h5. Threaten mate. They can still legally castle, but they will get mated. Now this, maybe? Knight takes e6, I'll take their queen. I think bishop g7 last turn was smarter. Actually, because they can actually give their queen. Takes... Get away with this? It's been a crazy game. It's possible I've done this wrong. They're running low on time too. Yeah, queen e7. I'm probably going rook e1. No, that doesn't make sense. My knight is here. So let's step out the way of that. Oh, rook. No, it wasn't playable. No, I should have just gone knight d6. Check, check. Alright, wait, now we're winning. What a game this has been. That was stupid. Alright. Let's just be a little more straightforward here. Push the pawn. I think we've got this. This has been a wild ride. Alright, we gotta stop c2. And now I'll checkmate him. What a weird game. Okay. What a game. GG. Alright, we can have a look at that one. Let's have a look. This was a fun one. I think I kind of wish I did this a little better. But, you know, we did it. So it was a Alapin Gambit accepted. And so as I was discussing, the point of the Alapin is, so again, the French, right? We play this move bishop e3, playing f3 here, take, take. So bishop e3, it actually, so if they don't take us, then we play e5, and bishop e3 is actually a very useful move in supporting the structure in general. And so they really should accept it. Like, for example, if they do this, this is already really nice for white. You never played something, like, annoying that had to defend one of these. You already just have a massive center. f6, you can just play f takes e5. You don't even have to, you can just completely ignore it. So they should accept it. And now I think what they're realizing is this maneuver gets really brutal. Pressure there, trying to take this knight and checkmate them. No h6 in that position. You know, the pawn's not in the way, so the rook's open, the queen's open. No h6 there because we can take it. g6, we'd put a lot of pressure on that knight and everything. So they didn't go for that. They played b6. What's the top engine recommendation? I don't know if you can hear that. I live on the ground floor here in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, and it is Halloween. So queen g3, threatened g7 here, bishop f8. Yeah, I mean, it was quite desperate. Best was actually just develop and then dare me to do this and try to coordinate this way, which actually, yeah. Oh, I would lose the bishop here. Interesting. You see that? I would lose the bishop because I can't stay tethered here. I can't. I would lose my queen here. I think I'm running out of spots. Because here, then it would open up this, right? With the knight not in the way, right? So they could take and then get me. So you got to be very careful. So yeah, I wouldn't have gone pawn fishing, and I would have tried to, you know, keep it hard for them to castle in either direction. They still got a queen in the way. They got to find squares. That's why they wanted knight c6, I think. So here, it says knight e5 was an inaccuracy, but it was really totally fine. Yeah, a6. Yeah, they wanted knight c6 so they could keep this open. Rook d1 was a very I mean, it doesn't deserve an exclamation point. It was just a sensible move to play in blitz. Trying to play d5. Honestly, I should have done more just quick sensible moves because time really was of the essence in this game. What's a good gambit against d4? I've got two of them. The Budapest Grafe Gambit and the Grafe Banco Gambit. I promise I'm not that vain naming them all after me. But if you go to the link tree, then you will find them all. Check them out there. Is that coming over the chat? Hopefully. Anyway, so knight b4 was played. Bishop c4 takes. So yeah, knight b4. I dodged this, offered this, bishop g5. So it was fun stuff, and I'm trying to play d5. And yeah, so we got this pin, we got this, we got this, we got all our pieces working really well. Pressure here, pressure here, pressure here. In fact, the queen's probably doing the least, because these guys are also trying to play d5 with the rooks open. This fun stuff, 2 pawns down, but like the king's there. So this was like pretty fun game. Knight takes d4, queen h4. We found the best move. Okay, we actually found the best move. Maybe I'm playing much better than I thought, because actually to this point I've played pretty sensible moves. Now we're attacking here. It just got a little crazy. So they played c5. Yeah, I was fully expecting bishop c5. Because of, now it undoes the pin. It's really a no you on the pin. Because now the knight can move anywhere from being able to move nowhere. Because every move is check. So I would have to play king h1 and pull another Uno reverse card and say, no, you know, your knight is once again stuck. And oh yeah, by the way, this is a pin. This is a pin. You know, you thought this one was bad. Check out what you've got going on f6. And even if you could move that knight, you've got worse problems on f7. It's not like you want a castle there. So, tough spot. You need one bishop here to defend the knight, and then you need another bishop there to defend this other knight. So, yeah, I think this is kind of collapsing around black. So, c5 made that a little more solid, but it did give me lots of options here. So, the very best move was neither bishop takes nor rook takes. In fact, okay, wait, rook takes was the second best move. This was also a decent move, just really piling up. The very best move was this nice bishop takes e6, what? Plus 4.6. Bishop takes e6. Takes. Oh, because you've gotten rid of this pawn now. Any queen move is mate. Look at that. Covering these squares. These pieces cover all these squares. This is literally checkmate. What a pattern from the bishop and the knight. It's a good pattern to know of them like that, because they cover all 4 of these squares. A bishop and a knight do. Because the knight will get these 2, and the bishop these 2. So, that's actually really nice. Wow, sacrifice here. And then sacrifice here. And now they're mated. Wow, like, wow. Such nice stuff from these pieces. Okay, wow. Bishop takes e6. Because if you do it in the other order, like how I did it in the game, bishop e7 comes, and I don't have time to force f takes e6 here and checkmate them, because they would take here, and I guess survive this somehow. So, wow. So yeah, that's where it would have been critical to have more time on the clock. That's where it would have been critical to have more time on the clock to calculate this right. But this is a tough move to find. Anyway, I think what I did was reasonable here. Rook takes f6 still winning. Takes. So I guess was I never not winning here? And then I found the other move here, queen h5. So bishop e7, another important move. Because, right, I'm down... It's crazy here. I'm down 3 pawns. I was down the 1 pawn to start the Alapin Gambit, and this knight has taken 2 pawns. So I gotta get something in return. My opponent played really greedy and was really testing me. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I need to have something to show for it. Yeah, I'm down 3 full pawns here. I guess I get... No, because I'm sacrificing an exchange. So I'm down 2 pawns and an exchange. Bishop e7 is pinning me, right? So I can't grab the rook. I would lose my queen. And so takes would just be a bishop trade. That's not what we want. That would throw everything away. So the critical move here is queen to h5. Stepping out of the way of this, reintroducing the threat on the rook, and yeah, you can't take my bishop because I also have other pieces joining the fight, and this bishop is also joining the fight there, trying to take e6 because the pawn's pinned, and the knight's pinned too, so maybe bishop takes e6 is on the table. Also, just in case you thought not everyone was involved in the party, the knight was doing actually the most important job of all, because if it weren't for this knight, black would be playing knight to f3 check or something like that, and then queen takes d1 next turn. Fortunately, the knight is there. So, I mean, a lot going on here, but a lot that can go on when your opponent's king is in the middle and they're busy taking pawns instead of, you know, developing. So, bishop e7, queen to h5, threatening mate. Okay, wow, what a game this is. So rook f8, and yeah, I play bishop takes e6, and immediately I'm like, I kind of regret it. And yeah, you can see the eval bar swing. You can see that swing, and it's really, my first serious miss of the game, unless you count missing bishop takes e6. I was saying during the game there was this move bishop to g7, which makes a lot of sense because it's the piece that's floating that you need to make a decision with, right? It's just randomly floating there. Coming to g7 makes a lot of sense. You're attacking the rook that is the piece defending checkmate. So, you know, what could make more sense than that? However, black has some resources themselves, which is bishop to f6, giving that, and then taking this. They take the knight, not the bishop. The knight was the piece that was supporting checkmate right there. So that would be a good move on their part. Take, and then it gives them a crazy line with take. You don't want to take that maybe because of check, and then like the rook can come over as well. So wow, interesting lines here. But yeah, so you got to be very precise. So the winning move here was knight takes f7, which I missed. So what's happening here? We're attacking the queen, so you probably want to take that. And then you take here. Not here, but here, because this knight, you take back this way. What an idea. Take the knight that way, so you can take the pawn this way. Take, open that up. Take here. Now you get that pawn with a brutal pin. What a gorgeous sequence. What a gorgeous sequence there that would be. Take here, take here, take here. Wow, that's almost even cleaner than take here first before touching this knight. Hold your temptations before touching this knight, and they can't really sack the queen because you haven't sacrificed anything here, right? So they don't have enough for the queen if they go for this. The rook's hanging and their king's hanging in this position. So they can't really sacrifice the queen there. And then takes, now you just need to get rid of this knight and give that gorgeous mating pattern with the bishop and the knight again. Wow, such nice stuff. Such nice stuff that can really come together when all your pieces are firing on all cylinders. Okay, let's keep moving forward with the game. Takes here, takes here, takes here. So bishop e7, queen to h5 we play, threatening mate, rook f8, I play bishop takes e6, and my opponent correctly takes here, right? So I thought here like this queen sacrifice might make some sense, and it's not so bad, because they are hanging on, and they're getting rid of dangerous pieces. And they do have a little bit. They do have, if you count it, they have 2 rooks and a pawn for the queen. But I'm taking one here, and it's always better to have the queen kind of when the kings are open, especially when time is low. But when kings are open, you want the queen over the pieces, as long as there's like some other pieces on the board that can help your queen. If the queen's just all by herself, then maybe that's kind of, you know, trades are going to help the side with the pieces. Because if the queen's all by herself, it's hard to cause damage alone. Anyway, so rook f8. I meant that the other way around. Trades help the side. Trades help the side with the pieces. Okay, knight f3 check. And takes here. Yeah, knight f3 check didn't make any sense. So, what happened here? So they took f6. I took here. Yeah, I was saying this. I thought just queen e7. And they're kind of hanging on. Queen e7, they're kind of hanging on. Because any knight move, they can just slide here. And it's not obvious what I do next. They actually have things defended. Like, everything's defended. So where is the great knight move? I guess they just assumed because of this that it was very dangerous. And they panicked under time trouble. But this is defended. So I think they're honestly fine, and I'm just down a little bit of material. Yeah, I can take, and I can try to get, like, a little bit back. But they're okay. Queen here. If I take this, just take. I'm down a piece. I'm still down a piece. and I just ran out of things to sacrifice. So, yeah, rough when that happens. But, yeah, check here. I'm not sure. It seems just kind of like a panic move. My knight is defending my rook from this, so I can just keep that. And that made a big difference, because that was a very important knight. It was actually a very solid knight in the middle of the board. For all the criticisms of being pinned, it actually had a lot of things it could kind of do, like defend squares, and you know, it wasn't going anywhere. So, whoops. So, queen f6 here, knight d5 apparently was a great move. This was the wrong square. I should have gone here. King f1 was the wrong square, but okay, this is just kind of time scramble. Knight d5 was a great move, apparently. Yeah, the bishop was cutting in there, so that seemed pretty necessary. Well, the other cute thing about knight d5 is it defended the bishop here from takes because of knight c7. So that was a cute idea. By the way, there's still this discovery. I'm just looking for a good spot for my knight. So we're just able to delay that a little bit. Bishop takes d5. Probably, yeah, rook takes f7 here. Sacrifice for some stuff back. Rook a7, we give this check. And check, and check. This was correct. Check. Now we drag a piece into the range of this knight. Nothing was really within range, but now this is because of this pattern. Check, forcing the king there, knight c6, and now we're taking here, and we're taking everything. So, wow, kind of A really interesting game. Obviously, this was really stupid. I put my queen right there, and I lost this bishop like right away. But we were able. This is still a winning endgame, just because like the queen is so much better than pieces. Because there's few of them. And this pawn is really just rolling. Yeah, so I just needed to guard it on light square. Shouldn't have too much difficulty there. Just don't want to go there and encourage this with rook d2 and then have both these squares be defended by their pieces. So yeah, just kind of gotta get out the way. Pawn's rolling. Check, take that. And then, yeah, make sure you got c2, because if c2, you can get to c1, right? So you gotta have that check, and then king d3 to guard that there and mate coming. Yeah, fun game. Fun game. Wild Alapin Gambit. So subscribe if that one goes on YouTube. Yeah, weird one there. Alright, let's run it back. Let's play again. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to play some slower time controls. Bit slower. Play 5-5. Play 5-2. Alright, let's send him out. The thing about Halloween this year was that it fell on a Thursday. And I think the consensus is that Halloween weekend is always the weekend before. Because nobody wants to talk about Halloween in November ever. But like, it would literally just have to be the day after for it to be Halloween weekend. So it was weird to have Halloween weekend like October 25th. Because it was so close, you know? I think the other thing about Halloween and its date is that how many other holidays are always, like always, on the same date? You know, I was thinking about this. We got, at least in America, right? I'm pretty much just talking about America. We got July 4th, obviously. Can't change that one. And then there's Christmas. And that's kind of all I could think of. This is a much slower time control than I'm playing. The other holidays we standardize to the right day of the week that we want. You know, like Labor Day, Veterans Day. They're Mondays. Halloween should be like a Friday. I guess we'll castle short. Like, am I scared of this stuff? I think, yeah, the way they've played this is interesting, because I actually did want to play d5. Yeah, maybe I should play here. They have, like, this move knight d5, though. I actually kind of like their position. New Year's, that's a good point. New Year's and New Year's Eve. But, like, okay, so, like, those other ones, there's very obvious logic for why those should be on those dates. Like, you can't just change that to, like, oh, yeah, let's have it on this day of the week. Halloween is a one where it's just like, yeah, October 31st is Halloween. That's what we colloquially understand it. But I feel like that's, like, a changeable thing. Because it's weird to group into that category. Like, one of those things is not like the other when you list holidays whose dates never change. There's this interesting idea of knight takes c7. Might play this. Let's play king h8. I feel like that's useful. There seems to be stuff happening here. Thanksgiving is always Thursday. True. It gives us that weekend. What would we do if it fell like on a Tuesday or something one year? We don't want that. Should I play a 5? Today's Alkine's birthday. That's spooky. That's spooky. Happy birthday to that 150-year-old man. Boxing Day. Sounds like a British thing. What is Boxing Day? Please educate this ignorant American. I've definitely heard of that. And I know it has nothing to do with boxing. Yeah, you have the bank holidays on Mondays. Yeah, us too. So rook takes, or bishop takes. I like bishop takes, actually. Rook takes, there's e4. I gotta go back. It's actually totally playable. I don't know why I'm talking myself out of this. This is kind of something of a pin, because it's hard to move the knight with that hanging. Although, for some reason, this just appealed to me. I think you can make a case for either. I guess rook takes, they play e4, I come back, they play c3, and we're kind of back to the drawing board. I'm going to go bishop takes. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. Got it, yes. I should have known that. But that's not like a... I mean, everyone's already on vacation anyway. All the days between Christmas Eve and New Year's are hardly work days. But, yeah. Good point. Let's go here. F6 probably makes more sense. I'll go to F6. Challenge them there. Yeah, I mean, this knight's been good all game. Knight e7 was the other option. What is the time control of this game? It's 5-5. It's a 5-5 game. So we're chilling. We're just playing 5-5 chess. Just quality stuff. My opponent declined my Bushcast Gambit, unfortunately, in this game. How is the sound quality, guys? In my new microphone with this arm. Whoa. Hope you guys like it. Knight d2. Attacks here. Take. Take bishop d3. Knight e4 is the other option, but then I'm not trading off for this pesky guy. Queen d7. Almost anything's playable. Maybe not that, though. Alright, I'll play an e4. Nah, actually, I don't like it. Alright, take. It's gonna go here or something. I guess queen f3 and they're okay. What I wanted was like to attack that and that. Maybe. Queen f3. I feel like my opponent could have played this game a little bit more ambitiously than they have, but you know, it's just kind of chill. Rook f6 takes. Maybe this is where the excitement begins. Because then bishop d3, as long as my rook is anchored. Right now my bishop cannot move. Can we make something happen there? So this is ambitious now, because I don't think I want to just make that trade. Maybe I can. I have takes e3 or takes here. So yeah, we've got some ideas here. Rook is solid. So this bishop is now a free game. Fair game. Can come there. e4 forks. I have to take it. e4 is a good move. I have to take it. Time to swing. Yeah, the pressure here is annoying. It's hard to not lose a pawn. Just gonna try to inflict more pressure on the F line. So takes, queen takes. Then if they take me here, check. Do I have anything? Takes, or maybe they can just start taking some pawns. Could be dangerous. If they take a pawn, then they can take that pawn, and then they can go with this. I have to actually have something on the king side. I'm not sure that I do. What I want is just maybe just pressure on e3, right? So like, let's say just trade, and then take. Now do they want to take me if I can take on e3? Maybe not. Though I do have to also not get back rank mated. So like this position, for example. Not obvious. If I play like h6, and take a6. I feel like I'm running low on pieces. They just play b4 instead of going for that. Then alright. I don't have a big idea either. I'm gonna not get mated. Keeping the pressure here, right? I'm not gonna make that trade. Maybe what I should have done is made that trade, take here, and then queen c1. I missed that idea, actually. Alright, time to lock in. Got not a lot of time left. Alright, we're gonna make this trade. Oh wait, if I take right there, there's queen e8, and I'm mated. So we're gonna go here. So if you want to take b7, you can. We're gonna trade everything, and I'm gonna take here. Otherwise, yeah, that was their last chance. Otherwise, I was playing c6. So this is interesting. I guess they have a draw, perhaps. Can take here. I'll take here. I mean, I probably also... They're trying to take this draw. I could try to dodge the draw, but it's not advisable. I mean, they could take here with check. Oh, no, king f8, because then they check and take here with check. So I should just go here. Do they want to keep playing? I feel like they should just take this draw, because I can also give the same infinite checks. They have the same exact shelter structure as I do. I can give these same checks between here and here, like them, as they're giving to me now, here to here and here, if that makes sense. Like check here, king h2, check here. If you play g3, check, 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 check. Otherwise, check, check, here, here. So then where do you ever hide? Now, if you want to play for something more ambitious, you would push a pawn. If if I play king f7, then they take here. Then, like, I'm just down. I can't play on like that. Alright, so we drew. Yeah, I mean, not a super eventful game, I guess. We set up his bomb. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like, you guys should see what I'm looking at. You guys should see what I'm looking at. I got my new monitors. They're huge. And everything's so much faster and easier. I'm going to be making much better. I feel like I've been, like, had been held back by, like, technical, you know, limitations and such. You know, just streaming on my laptop. Now, nothing's holding me back. We're gonna get some awesome content. Yeah, I mean, the Bushcast was declined. I mean, what can you say? It's kind of equal. I mean, okay, like, can they generate an attack here? Like, not really. They can move some pieces that way, but I was gonna kind of also fight, play f5, try and trade off for this good knight, bring my pieces there. You know, our positions are kind of the same. They played it symmetrically. They didn't take they didn't take my pawn. They didn't take my pawn or do anything. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, I don't mean to discount this. This is like what real chess is. And you know, there's a lot in this position. Magnus would crush me with either color here. So, you know, maybe I should speak a little bit more intelligently about this. My opponent played a5, which was a nice move. Actually, you saw I was struggling to kind of defend these queenside pawns long run. I mean, it's a very different brand of chess than last game, where we're sacrificing pieces and going after kings. But this was annoying. I had weak queenside pawns in the long run. And so f5 was important because then here, no, I was here fighting for some space. Takes, bishop takes f5. Yeah, I mean, this knight here is also annoying. It's tying down my queen to the defense over here. So bishop takes f5. Yeah, that's why I had played king h8 to play f5 to free my rook and everything. Knight d7, f5. I mean, I think this was a good idea on my part. c3 just kind of kept this pawn very, very solid. Of course, they want to play e4, but now I'm controlling that. So here, knight f6, it hated knight f6. But knight d2 is a miss. What was the big move? Can I just look at the analysis? It hated this because of what? No, it's really over. It's really quite an overreaction. I mean, what was the big idea here? Takes, queen d2. I think the issue was that this knight was like important to control these squares, and it would have rather I traded this knight, or just stuck with my original idea and put the bishop there. All right, well, it didn't like this trade, and then it thought that this can roll, and you know, they can get some pressure here. Bishop can sit on d5, pressuring these guys. I don't know. I mean, you're really just talking about 3/10 of a point on the eval bar. It hated knight d2 to prepare this move e4. It liked the knight putting pressure here, so we traded queen out. So this was my idea. Now we're trying to keep it active, attack some guys. Here's queen f3. Oh, this is an idea I totally missed. The knight is now unprotected. We finally have tactical ideas. Takes. Get him. Ah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's just a pawn. Yeah, so the issue is that this bishop's pinned. Like g4, if the bishop ever moves, they're going to take you on twice on f8 and checkmate your king. So, oh, tricky. Alright, well, not that then. So, rook f6. It hated rook f6. This was a great move. This was a great move because it hit the bait. It hit me here, and my bishop has nothing that it can do with its discovery other than trade itself off. And then this is really annoying. The pressure here on these pawns. And it's not just a pawn, because then if they start to take these guys, this pawn's really close to promoting. So that's the danger there. So I had to generate something. So this is actually very, very good for black. Yeah, this was a very bad move. Very, very good for white. So b4, these pawns keep coming at me. This wasn't helpful. Yeah, so they really just should have traded and then tried to take this. Like I understand. Oh, b5, and then they can keep their queen here. They can create a passed pawn with b5. That's wow, what a nice resource. Without ever, because their issue right now is that if they take here, right, and then take and then here, it takes a little bit, and then what I can try to do in the meanwhile is like cause lots of problems here with the rook and the queen, like at the king, before they're able to do all this, right? So like takes, attack the rook, you know, like really bother you a lot. So, or I even have d5 and defending across, which might just kind of actually be a long-term solution to the issue of this passed pawn if I can just hold the pawn. So, but b5, really nice move. Takes, and now a6. Queen stays here, guards everything around the king in this whole vicinity. I have no counterplay, and this pawn is just off to the races, and I can't come around because, oh yeah, they do have the hammer they can still drop. And yeah, wow. Nice resource. So that was the winning idea that was missed here. b5. Nice move. After trading, though. Because if you play it first, right, this is really distracting, and it can actually give a number of perpetual check ideas. Now there's no rooks, right? Like I was talking about that idea of like maybe trade and sneaking in there, right? There's no rooks guarding this. Then there could be like a number of ideas sneaking through. In fact, that rook was important. Here I can play knight takes a5, get rid of the most dangerous pawn, and I'll be trading off for this pawn as well, so then I'll be getting rid of the two pawns that could get me. So in the game here, rook e1, we were able to trade knight d8, and we're just kind of barely hanging on. They go for this. Yeah, they had to actually just keep this bishop on the board, let me play c6, and so, okay, they're not winning right away, but they have lots of dark square pawns, light square bishop. I have light square pawns that are just going to be targets long run, and their position's very, very good, and mine isn't. So they could have just kept that going long term, but having this trade was the drawing shot that I needed, because now there's really nothing around the king, and my queen can just give infinite checks. Yeah, I mean, they could take this, but I would just give infinite checks myself. They just gave infinite checks in the game. I don't think there's really much to this, or really any way either side can play on here, because, you know, if white takes here, then I gotta give infinite checks. If they do something else, then, okay, I could even play e4, and white should give infinite checks, or, you know, I feel like I'm probably the side playing for a draw, no matter what, because it's the most dangerous pawn. But anyway, interesting game there. Alright. Let's get a new one going. I feel like maybe it's just better to play Lichess arenas, because then I'm always getting games at least. It's 10:42. Let me join one at the top of the hour. So we got a 3-2. I know it's chess.com arenas for whatever reason. Strong players just don't want to join them. Okay. I sent out a few seeks here. Alright, I'll send out a 5-0 seek as well. Alright. I need an intravenous feeder so you do not even have to eat. It's funny you should say that, actually. My girlfriend makes fun of me. I got a bunch of pills for all my vitamins because my diet is not nearly sufficient. So I got like my magnesium, I got my B12, I got my multivitamins, omega-3, etc., etc. I'm taking like 7 pills in the morning, and I'm pretty healthy, all things considered. None of them are prescribed, but it makes me healthier. Like, it's good for me. Like you know, and allows me to just eat whatever or not whatever, because I've already got all my stuff. What I do have also, what I'm eating a lot of now, are my protein bars. And that's good. It's low effort stuff. You know what I did do? I scrambled eggs today. Just now, before streaming. And I think I ate them on stream. And I didn't set off the fire alarm. That's big for me. Past 2 times I had scrambled eggs, I did set off the fire alarm. So, we're making progress. Anyway, not about food. You like how you framed the anchoring of my rook on f3, even though it did not like it. Yeah. I was really proud of it. I was really proud of rook f6. But, it was not a good move. It was interesting. Knight e4 was a really nice counter shot. We need something against d4. Bro, I got you. I don't know why I can't chat, but go to the link tree. Here. Go here. Link. Go to this. Can you see this? Go right there. And you'll see 2 lines. You'll see the Banco, and you'll see the Banco line against d4. So all these things are my gambits. They're linked to them. The original video, which are like full repertoires, chessable courses, and then it's the playlist. You'll see there. So all the videos in that playlist, like me playing it, and other videos and other ideas. We got the Banco there, and we got the Budapest there. Check it out. It's, I put it on the board while we're waiting. No, I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you, don't like this interface. I like this interface. So, yeah, we got 2 options here. We've got, so, I mean, we've really got everything covered, because we've got the Jobava Gambit, and we've got the London Crusher, also covered there. But, yeah, the Budapest is, the Graf Budapest is with this move here. Oh, I got a game. F6 to go queen takes and takes. And the other option you have is with the delayed Banco and playing b5 and a lot of fun lines there. Okay. Oh, speaking of, why don't we get one of them here? Ooh, oh, this was also covered. The Deceiver Gambit. Yeah. Where are they? Here they are. I thought they were on my head. Let's go. I didn't even mention this one. We got d4 so covered. Yes. En passant me. Queen f6 is what we're gonna play on passant. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Deceiver Gambit. Very fun line. Very, very fun line. Yeah, because it's about the D and the E pawns. Deceive. So it's against the Trompovsky. Pesky Trompovsky. Because you can play main stuff against the Trompovsky, but I guarantee you, whatever you play, your opponent will know it better. Because it's so specialized. Okay, they hit you with knight f3. Here's the trick. Here is the trick. Now, I'm just trying to remember whether it's g5 or bishop c5 first. It's bishop c5 first, right? Thinking. g5 first still seems good. But this seems better. Well, no, they can play bishop g3, right? Bishop g3, I'll play h5. H3, h4. Or I play g5 now. G4. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, so this is so fun. This is so fun. So yeah, my opponent didn't en passant. Most people do, but then queen f6, and you really got him. But the main idea here of knight e4 is just almost always you're gonna hit him, and they never realize this. You're gonna hit him with g5. This is a very strong player I'm playing too. But yeah, you're gonna hit him with g5. They can't stop it with that, no matter how many defenders they have. And now h5. And now the knight here, not only does it support g5, but it's pressuring the bishop. And now we're threatening to trap the bishop. And in order to create a square, the only way to do that is to play h3. And now after h3, they can't recapture there. So that, if they could do that in one move, they'd be fine. But after h3, they can't recapture there. Now we're going to take here. And then force f takes g3 and then eat that. So, wow. Such great stuff. Yeah, this bishop's always in such hot water in this line with e5. Deceiver Gambit on the board against a strong player. e6. Okay. I like it. I like the fight. I like the fight. I don't want to allow e takes f7, I think. King takes... No. So why don't I just take it? Well, bishop e5, f6, they're going to run around, right? So I do have half a mind right now. Maybe in total. But half a mind to play f6. And just stop bishop e5. How crazy would I be? Pretty crazy. If I go takes, I mean, they want to run away. I mean, I'm sure this is the best thing to do objectively, but isn't this fun? Isn't fun really what it's all about? Isn't fun really what it's all about at the end of the day? What else do we play for? I guess they have takes. Takes and take here. Interesting. Ooh, spicy. Then I'd go, what would I do? Check. Here. More spice. Counter spice. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, wait, h4, I'd be like provoking them into this. But f6, oh, no, wait. Oh, they're so scared. They're so scared. They're so scared. Okay, we got to take that bishop now before it goes to h2. Okay, we got a lot to analyze here. Both these pawns are hanging. I do want to take them both. I do want them both. I fear if I take one, I don't get the other. If I take this... Queen d6 is a good move. I should play queen d6, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. Queen d6. Get him here. What an idea. This line is crazy. This line is actually crazy. How does this work so well? Okay, we're getting them on g3. You can't defend it. This is the most frustrating thing. The one piece you need is the one piece we traded off for, and the one piece you thought was the worst piece on the board that you didn't know what to do with. The dark square bishop. You cannot defend this, because you played this stupid move h3 that I made you make by threatening to trap this bishop. We literally have no defense other than king f2. If you play king to f2, I am playing probably h4. h4, trade to go queen g3. Queen takes e6 is also very sensible. You play probably an d4. I mean, any move here you can justify. Any move here you can justify. But isn't h4 fun? Isn't this, like, cool stuff? I probably should bring out some other pieces. But I like this. Let's... Yeah, I mean, it seems fun. I don't know. Let's get our queen on g3. Why not? This is a 5-5 game. I could have probably taken more time there. The thing is, like, I'm down no pawns. If I just go knight c6 and take. Literally, I'd be down no pawns. This has got to be like a minus like 2.5 position if I were to just do this and castle. So I'm being ambitious right now for really no reason. But I'd love to land my queen there. Yeah, so the thing is, I make myself a little vulnerable. But if I land my queen there in a line like that, then rook g8 and I can get him. It was really bad for white, because there's no way you can even make that safe in the long run. Your king can't hide back here because you'd be hanging like 2 different pawns. And I don't know how you patch this up if you're white. You can put a knight on d4, yes, but I'm still going to take this, castles, bring my rooks here, attack here, play f5, f4. Or h4 and do queen g3 just at a different moment. But I did none of those things. I played h4 right away. So still trying to get a queen on g3. I also even had another move here, which is like, there's no reason to do that. Okay. I'm having a lot of fun in this game. I'm having a lot of fun in this game. What a fun line. So, honestly, if I'm white here, what I'm doing is I'm just doing like a move, whatever, and then I'm letting you play h4, and then I'm sacrificing. And then I'm playing queen takes d5. Because, like, this is so much more worth it. And then, you know, your king's going to be okay. Whoops. Your king's going to be okay. You have actually collected a few pawns, and you're causing problems for me. Like, yeah, it's a piece. But it was a really annoying piece for you to deal with. Alright, queen d3. So, okay, that's the idea. If I go check... Okay. If I take Queen g6. Bishop f7. Queen g4. Okay. We're just gonna go check. Why would I give you access to there? It's a funny situation. King g1. So they're not getting mate. Their queen is covering mate. I'll give them that. It's not checkmate in 1. However, it seems kind of close. Rook g8 threatens the knight. Queen f4. Queen f4, and I can take this pawn next turn? No, they have knight d4. Alright. Should I take this finally, or should I just, like, go knight c6? Okay. My goal here probably is to stop knight d4. Because that would get kind of in the way of me checkmating. So I think I'm going to go here. They'll play knight c3. And then I'll play knight e5. No, I can't. Or can I? Ooh. Ooh, spicy line alert. Stop. Okay, here's what I'm looking at, right? Knight c3, I go knight e5. If they take my knight, then bishop takes e3, and that's like a checkmating pattern, because it exposes the queen defending there, right? Bishop takes e3, they have no moves there other than sacrificing their queen. Knight e5 appears to be refuted by queen b5 check, because it would, like, win my bishop, right? Oh no, you blunder your bishop. However, if you keep going further in that line, queen b5 check, I play c6. Now what do? Your queen's hit, you take my bishop. This knight, oh, by the way, it can also checkmate you by taking their pin, checkmate, smothered mate. So they've got to go knight d4, but knight d4 just loses on the spot. That's no fun. I just take everything. I played knight c6 specifically to stop this. Yeah, I just take everything. No, the other line would have been much more fun. Even yeah, I'm gonna take here and take here. I can torture them, but that feels mean. But that feels fun. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take here and trap them. It actually is probably a good move because it jams them just one more time. Just one more time. Oh my goodness, I kind of feel bad. Wow, dude, what a game! That was fun. That was fun. We got a lot of things to go over there. Whew. This is why I love chess. This is why I love this game, man. It's because of games like this where you just like I didn't even sacrifice anything this game. That's what makes it so interesting. I sacrificed a pawn on move 2, right? I sacrificed a pawn on move 2. But otherwise, I got that pawn back pretty fast. And then it was just like, it was just gas, gas, gas. All gas, no brakes. And the bishop comes back to g3 just as a cherry on top, jamming this in. The last rook they have. They're already down a rook. Now they're down 2. And yikes. And a rook will hopefully make its way to the first rank soon enough. And this was a good player. This was a good player. Yeah, they're trying to, like, get this out, but it's an impossible logjam because they have no dark square control. They just have no dark square control at all. Because we got rid of that dark square bishop with a Deceiver Gambit. Oh my goodness. I love this line. So they're threatening takes and bishop g4, right? They're actually not threatening it. Fun fact. I can let it happen. Because, which they don't realize, I can play f5, and once losing that pawn, I have another rook. A non-pinned rook, if you will, that can pin the pinner. It can pin the pinner. Playing f5 and resigns. Oh, wow. What a fun game. Let's have a look. We got a lot of things to look at here. We've got a lot of things to look at here. Got some solid accuracy scores. Let's have a look at this line, and wow. So we got to talk about this opening. So the first thing I'll say about the Deceiver Gambit is just the first thing is how much you flip the script of them having the knowledge advantage to you having the knowledge advantage. The Trompovsky is like a rare line. Like, how many of you can honestly say you have a lot of prep in the Trompovsky? That you know, like, G6 or E6 or D5 or E4, that you, like, know a lot of this well, that you know more than, like, 10 moves of theory, tops. Whereas, if you're white, you are playing this, like, every single game, right? Like, even if they play D5, you're probably also playing Bishop G5. You're probably a Trompovsky player, and there's probably a lot of transpositions, right? So they have a huge knowledge advantage and a huge experience advantage, like, knowing the kinds of positions, knowing the ideas, knowing actual hard theory, knowing traps and everything, right? You're at a big disadvantage in that sense. Not that it's, like, so tricky. Like, it's probably not, like, the margin for error isn't too bad. If you make, like, a little bit of a mistake, develop this piece instead of that one, you know, it's not like your king's getting attacked, necessarily. I don't know. Because I don't know the Trompovsky very well. But you're totally flipping that completely on its head by all of a sudden playing the one move that probably a very experienced Trompovsky player has never seen before. And, oops... this guy from Belgium. Let me flip that board back. Nope. It was the right way. E5. Right? So they're like, what is this? What is this? What is happening? So now you know what's going on and they don't. Well, especially if you've watched my video on this, right? Of E5. And then even if you remember just like, even if you remember half of the lines from that video, they know 0%. They know 0%, right? So, like, yes, big stockfish number over here. Doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to follow that. And my opponent didn't follow it very well either. Yeah, bishop takes e5 is another option. I mean, obviously, this is all covered in the video. But, yeah, we're playing d5. We're still going after this bishop. Like, for example, in these lines, like, yeah, we're playing ac6. And we're still trying to play f6. And same ideas here of, well, this isn't it exactly. But it's really, like... the same idea almost every time, just in different forms, of the knight pressuring here, and then being able to play h4. I mean, there's almost no use in showing you again. There is, like, another line, though, which is en passant, which is the most fun line of all, because this is actually a big mistake, and most people do it. And you play here queen f6, so they tick there, and if they take here as well, you play knight c6, so they've taken you're down 3 pawns, but you gotten out of the way of that, and now you got so much cooking. If this doesn't remind you of... a number of, actually, of my gambits use this. We use this in the Von Popiel Gambit. We use this in the Budapest Grafe Gambit. This idea of queen to f6, hitting the bishop that is developed right there, is actually a really, really powerful one that I like a lot. But yeah, we're attacking the bishop, we're attacking the pawn here, and, you know, we can take this. That pawn, that's very important, because now that rook is going to be hanging, bishop to b4 check is coming. So, like, just great stuff all the way around. But yeah, that's all covered. It's all covered in the video. My opponent here played knight to f3, a very harmless looking move, not the best one, but I think it's right up there with the most common. And now this is a tough situation for white, because I'm playing bishop c5, and now after e3 to not lose on f2, white probably thinks everything's groovy, right? Like, how could you look at this position as white? You know, don't look here for a second. But how could you look at this position as white and think not everything's fine? You know, you think you got totally normal development, you're up a pawn, how could anything be wrong? What's hugely wrong that you don't realize is this bishop, which just lost its last escape route home. And now here it comes. G5. Ooh, I hit the down arrow key again, man. I meant to hit the right arrow key. Here it comes. Not the down arrow key. The right arrow key. G5. Bishop G3. H5. And it's... however annoying you think this is, it is so much more annoying. It is so much more annoying than however annoying you think this is. Because the bishop is threatening to get trapped, And I mean, I've said this already. The bishop's starting to get trapped, and h4 is coming, right? So if you play h3, you can't play that in one turn. You just can't. And so I'm going to take this, and you have to play f takes g3, and you have to deal with all these weaknesses that result over here. And yeah, there's so much fun stuff that can result here. Like, this is one of the lines the engine gives. Yeah, all these pawns are kind of toast. And black's going to be the one castling safe and sound, and they're going to get so much awesome stuff down here. And I'm so excited for you guys to try this out, for me to play this even more. So what happened in this game was e6, and then I did the crazy move. Right? I'm like, okay, this is probably the engine recommendation. I could just play bishop takes e6, give them a way out for them here. It's still not really a way out because, yeah, the bishop still kind of is really awkward. But, and this is still really nice for black. Actually, a lot of space here. You know, you can still advance c5, knight c6. These pawns, like everything's nice. Everything's really nice. Everything's nice. So, you know, like, your king's exposed, but they've got nobody that can get to you, right? Like, you control almost the whole board in that position. So, anyway, we went for the more fun option here, which is f6. Absolutely no regrets. f6, so just taking them away, just frustrating them. There's no bishop e5. Still, you have to answer me, what are you going to do, sir, about h4? And this is what I was saying, if I were white, that I'd probably try to make the practical choice of just, like, this. I don't know. Okay, it's not actually any good. Oh, there's one move. There's just one move. It's queen c6. Just one move, and it's queen c6. Is that findable? Maybe, because your only other option with this knight would be here, and that's just, like, bad. But okay, I don't know. Put that pressure on your opponent. Maybe, can you prepare that? What if you played, like, this? What if you played, like, even this? I don't know, you had a free move. What if you played a4, so that in this position, there's no queen c6? Because then there's this. Okay, but you'd have this move check. I was talking about this during the game. Yeah, and then trying to take that. Okay. Fun line there. But yeah, I don't know. The bishop was so annoying anyway. Why not sacrifice it for a couple things? That's kind of what I was thinking. Anyway, so it wasn't actually the best idea. Best idea was this here. Check. Oh, check. And try to trade it there. That's an idea. Isn't that an idea? Trade it there. Don't trade on c7. Make it move. Right, so knight d4 was played just to stop knight c6 in this position. Interesting. Knight d4. Wow. So, wow. That's really impressive stuff. So, if you're white here, you're thinking about how you can save your bishop from the fate of getting trapped, but you really don't want to play h3. Because if you play h3, then you have to play f takes g3, right? You want to be able to make that trade. How can you make that trade? You need to make the pawn move. How can you make the pawn move? Check is an idea, but they would play knight c6, so as to not trade off for this bishop. How can you stop knight c6? You got to ask yourself all the right questions, right? You would play knight d4. Now after h4, bishop to b5 check. Now if you're black and you want to make, and you want to not allow that bishop to trade off, you need to move your king. And if you move your king, now there's serious compensation for this. So knight c6 is not playable, right? They can take you here. Pawn c6, they can take you here. And then if you take there, then you can save this. Or just crazy things are happening. f3, attacking the knight. The knight has no squares other than to get traded off for. So just wild stuff all the way around. But wild stuff seems good for white here because it's wild stuff also to black's detriment, and this pawn is here. So, interesting. So king e7, then f3. Just pandemonium on the board. That's not what happened. Just h3 was played. And, oh boy, does h3 ever suck. Oh boy, does h3 ever suck. Because now after f takes g3, not only, like you think it's like, ah man, I lost this pawn. But maybe it'll be okay, you know, like, I'll work around it. Even though, like, that bishop is actually going to stop you from castling both ways. But maybe I'll go here, I can work around it, maybe I can castle there. Because it's queen d6. It's the queen d6 follow-up. It's also, you still have issues on this square. What are you going to do about it? There's no good defense here. It's so brutal. You have to play king to f2. And yeah, okay, bishop takes e6 was perfectly fine. You know what else was fine? h4. h4. Just getting in there with queen g3, no matter what. And even though white is actually technically one pawn ahead at this exact moment, they have no control over any dark squares here. You know, all their pieces are back here. I'm still getting in here, and you can't defend e3. And it keeps going from bad to worse for the poor white pieces. So queen d3, trying to like maybe generate something or defend this. No matter. We go check, guarding g6. King goes back to g1, which is ugly, you know, in and of itself. Like, probably if I were white, I'd try to go here, I'd try to go here. I'd try to, like, not get driven back to a spot with such obvious mating patterns. That's kind of like begging to get checkmated, kind of. But yeah, so knight c6 was a key move. And I didn't get to do the line I wanted because they just played knight d4. But, so the line I wanted... I played knight c6 specifically to stop knight d4. Knight d4, as I was saying during the game, kind of got me further from checkmate. But here's the really cool line I wanted, right? Actually, let me just show the rest of the game real quick. So it was knight d4, and knight c6 stopped knight d4, as I said, because I could just take it, trade queens, take here, and yeah, by the way, they have no development. If they had even a little bit of development, then their rook wouldn't be trapped. By the way, that pawn's still there. I never even took it. Yeah, I mean, I could have taken it, right? But then knight d4, I don't know, would have not really patched them much. I guess, like, they can't even ever take there because they're getting checkmated and they're playing minus, you know, all their material. But knight c6 was specifically to stop that, and yeah, so we took just the extra inclusion, just the extra finesse to, you know, put the king in the way, take the rook, putting the bishop there, again jamming them in, and just one more finesse here of allowing this to happen, encouraging them, in fact, to move that knight and go for this, because we have here f5 and pinning them with the other rook. And actually, that's checkmate very imminently with the rook coming down. So, fun one there, but wait, let me tell you about the line I was looking at, and let me hope that I'm right, or else I kind of sound not that smart. But, so if something like knight c3, right? Yeah. Okay, I gotta turn this off. Okay. I was right. Here's the cool thing. Right? So, white's actually not really down too much material. If in theory they could, like, they're not anywhere close to patching, but if in theory they can play an a2, they could drive me away. They can get their king to h2, right? Then they can bring that knight to d4, then bishop e2, then they could get the rooks out, and then maybe get to something resembling a normal castle. I don't have, like, a long-term advantage, right? Like, if I just do nothing, then it would just be equal. Now, of course, if I just did that, I could still get them with my rooks and d4, like, that's perfectly winning. However, it's useful to look at, can you win the game right away? Because this position isn't, like, guaranteed to win. If I do nothing, I'm not winning. I have to do something to win. It is winning, but I have to do something. So, an interesting try is this move knight to e5. Now, the thing about knight to e5 is that it hits here. If they take me, I'm taking here, and then we have this checkmating pattern, right? They have to give their queen. They have to give their queen because their rook is literally there. It's so funny. So yeah, they have to give their queen. Otherwise, if they play something like queen to e2, queen takes to try and defend that, also doesn't work. We have a blend through attack. That's the term I use with myself. We have a blend through attack, and they lose here. They have to give their queen. What looks like refutes knight to e5, which is why I thought this would happen in the game, is they have this move queen to b5 check. You're literally checking and taking the piece that's getting you. However, I'm playing here c6. I don't have bishop d7, but I'm playing here c6 attacking the queen, and now you don't have time to take both these things. Your queen's under attack. You have to take here, and then, by the way, I still have this knight here that can also checkmate you. So I just thought that was so nice, and then otherwise, okay, if you defend this, then we just get a transposition to this one. So I thought that was really, really nice, that I can play here knight to e5, and it just wins the game, and because queen b5 checks c6, it was just such a nice KO. Anyway, subscribe if this game goes on YouTube. This was fun. Deceiver Gambit. Long live the Deceiver Gambit, man. Long live the Deceiver Gambit. What a spooky game for Halloween. Alright. Let's go to another game. Whew. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, like, even a little bit as much as I did. Because I really enjoyed that one. Oh, man. Are you not entertained? Alright. Oops, I went to an else's board. Let's just, it's too much effort to find games. 4 Knights game, Thematic Arena. I don't think so. Let's just join, Super Blitz. Super Blitz. Awesome. Mr. Matt Bader. Darkwing Dog, Cedric Grain. Mike J. Roland Tan, welcome everybody to a spooky stream on this Halloween for 46 more minutes. And oh, let me crop myself a little differently. And my first stream on using rather, or you know what I just need to do? I just need to move myself. That's probably better, right? I'll fix this more later. Okay. I don't think you guys care about this stuff. No, that wasn't smart. I'll figure something out. Pickler Gambit. I'll shrink myself here. Pickler Gambit is very, very, very strong. Because this diagonal is very, very, very strong. They are not allowed to castle. And while being stuck in the center, they might just get checkmated. Boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, this bishop, very strong piece. So, queen d4. Queen e2 only move. Not quite worth it. I think I'm going to play knight f6. Just chilling, playing knight f6. Knight g4, I mean, like, there might just be no defense. You don't have d4. Queen d4 takes king up. I mean, that might just do it, honestly. It's fun. Like no reason I shouldn't castle, probably. Bishop g4, I would play, but I'm concerned about this. Bishop g4, bishop e2. If I go here, queen e2, bishop g4, queen f1. If I do it now... Alright, I'm just gonna castle. I feel like I had a cuter way to win. But yeah, this diagonal, I mean, really tough stuff, and it's what makes my little Nimzovich counter gambit very effective, is that once this gets taken, it really opens this up, because it opens the queen here. My bishop just chills here forever. And it's not like they're close to getting these out to going the other way. So here's d4. We're just going to get rid of that guy in the way. This pawn's been hanging out here. I can take it when I please. Now we got lots of ideas. Lots and lots of ideas. Here, here, here. I think keep it simple. Keep it simple. Think of this. No, but there's this, right? One of my concerns about this is bishop takes h7. Queen d2. Queen 3. Should probably not flag. I think the queen will have a hard time hanging on to this, because queen g3 and h5. They could take here. I was going to just go king f8, h5, queen h4. What did I do here? Sometimes I just mess it up. I can't believe I messed this up. Just not enough. No, what? Ah. Man. I cannot even tell you the number of opportunities I missed here. This is -4. This is literally a -4 position. I'm not even joking. I just -6. Okay. I guess I did everything right and then I just ran out of time. But like everything's winning here. I mean, like they're so lost. They're so lost. I'm frustrated I didn't demonstrate this. Like of all positions, you know, I just at this point already moved 14 and I had no time. It just speaks to poor time management because really everything was winning. But yeah, something just like night before, just making this move, just crashing through, even just anything like simple, just like bring the pieces in. But yeah, I mean, like this should kill them. This should kill them. -7, -6.7. Yikes! All right. We'll do better. We gotta do better time management. I was just playing a couple 5/5s. Okay, Queen B6 was a resource. I mean, Queen D4 is even stronger if you can lead with the queen. I'm playing Pickler Gambit. Pickler Rick. Guy turned himself into a pickle. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Glad you like it. Glad you guys like it. Can we just make this bigger? Perhaps. What if I just like... Is this better? You just want it to be bigger? Like if we just do this, we just make it big. But then where would I go, right? I'd be in the way. So we can't quite do that. I'll figure something out. Play a Goring here. You can make it like a little bit bigger. I want to make the board bigger. I keep messing with it. You don't need that part, right? You can cut off a little bit of this. So we got a Goring accepted. Okay. I won't let Jill down. Maybe I'll be here. I'll duck out of the way if my time becomes important again. Yeah, actually, you know what? My time's probably not that important. We'll just do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Yes, this is it. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Okay. Castle. Right? Or is it Queen B3? It's castle. I don't know why I'm going crazy. Of course it's castle. We got a Goring here. Got to put the Gambit glasses on. Yeah, 3-out can be a punishing time control for sure. For sure. No lies there. Bishop C5. Okay, we're not going to let them get away with just getting their king castled here. We're going to strike. feel like it's hot here. Ooh, okay. We got now a full kind of Danishy idea. The issue here, I think this just loses. I have queen d5. But it's really tough. Like, like what are you going to do with this knight? Knight g4. Well, okay, I don't have takes and knight g5 check because it requires the bishop being there to pick that knight back up. But knight g4, I was just going to play h3, drive it back to h6. And typically there would be bishop takes h6, but here it might be even better. I have e6 and bishop takes g7. Actually, I'm not sure what's happening there. At minimum, I do have takes and queen d5 check, which is probably the best thing to do, actually. And scooping up that bishop, we remain only one pawn down, and with just a really nice position. I mean, honestly, we're getting all the best stuff of the Danish. We're getting all the best stuff of the Danish, but without any of the kind of cop-outs. I say cop-outs, just like actually good defensive ideas that black can do to not have to suffer through this. I could take this pawn for free, but I kind of want to open up all my bishops. But yeah, I mean, a tough situation to defend if you're black, honestly. Alright, let's just develop. Any reason why we shouldn't? Like, I'm thinking about bishop d3, f5, like how to get him on this. Like, okay, I can't checkmate right now. Should bring in some more pieces. It's fine. No shame in that. What are you going to do? Where are you going to put your pieces? Encourage my queen to move. My queen has a number of interesting options. Probably, it's funny. I can't use any of these squares to her right. Can't use any of them. And that's actually not so fun either. Okay, but they just go bishop e6 directly. I can't really blame them for wanting to get out of this. There's no f5 in this position with the bishop hanging now. So they'd have to go g6 and introduce this. I want this. I keep wanting access to that square. Give me the square. Please. Let me go there. Stop getting in my way. Let me in. Check. Is that smart? No, probably not. Okay. Well, it was smart to probably just make any move. Okay, fun game. Would knight bd2 be too slow? Probably not. Where? Probably like after bishop takes b2, just knight bd2 somewhere. I feel like that was... You might be talking about the position I played knight c3 anyway in. So yeah, good idea if so. There's a line with takes, king takes, e5. Tell me all the moves. There's so much fun in the goring. I'll berserk here. Shout out to Mr. Goldman for the very kind donation. Much appreciated, sir. That's so nice. It means a lot that you guys enjoy the content so much. Alright, we'll keep it rolling. I don't know what just happened there. That they resigned without making a move. Oh, this is 2200. This is 2218 in the arena. Okay. Okay. Can we get a bush gas accepted, please? Got another one of these dudes. I won't be needing these. Got another one of these dudes. That's okay. That's okay. I have... I have an idea, but they're too good. They're too good to do that. They're too good to do that. It's fun, but not advisable. G5, G4, though, works at a lot of levels. I'll show you what I mean after. This is probably something they should have stopped, and I already like my position a fair bit. I guess D4 is their biggest idea. I can play here in AP6, actually. This is annoying. I should, like you'd want to do these in one turn, but yeah, the zing. You didn't play D4. Now, what if I come this way? No, which way should I go? I don't have to move. Do I have to move it? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What if I just keep eating? What then? What then? Rook F2? Yum? Yum, yum, yum? Yum? I don't know. Who's the Gambit man, though? So... here? Why not? I probably should have just... I think my mistake last turn was not taking more pawns. Ooh. Spicy. I like it. She has been wrecking havoc. Yes, she has. Oh, where do you even go? Dude, where do you even go? Do you have any move other than this and then E4? Did I just win this knight? And white was supposed to have the compensation. Literally just had to let it get taken whole. That's too funny. More? More? Alright, let's... No, I don't know. I'll go here. They C4, there's bishop A2, which is kind of annoying. I was going to go here, but maybe there's a different pin. Alright, now knight C4. Yum. I mean, so many yummy. So much yummy. Dude, it's so brutal. I had check there. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, man. Like, I just keep taking more things. Bishop F7. I think they had takes because they had a pin this way, maybe. Why not? Think about take here. Almost trapped her. Jesus. Dude, just resign. Just gonna go check and like come across somehow. Just have 3. Like I said, hard to watch. I think this would be one thing if I were playing like a low rated, like I'd understand, like yeah, they're low rated, you know, they play it out. But oh, it's so embarrassing for me. I can't believe I did that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. I have no words. I can't believe it. Oh my god. How did I just do that? Wow. My god. I just hung mate. No! I was talking so much smack too. I was like, why is he even playing? No. That's so brutal. That's so brutal. I think I even had like a clever mate. No, I don't even know. Oh my. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Alright. Everyone point and laugh at me. Everyone point and laugh at me. I absolutely deserve it. I can't believe I just did that. That is a lesson. That is a lesson in playing until the end. I've done a complete 180 on this issue. That is a lesson in playing to the end. Playing to the end if you're winning too. Damn. Wow. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Where did that come from? It came from here and here. Funny. Alright, I'll play G5 and G4. Bishop H4. I wanted to follow up on my pin. Did I berserk this game? Why don't I have any time? Okay. Takes now at fork. It's not a good way to sidestep the pin. Could have taken there, but then this would be an issue. This is interesting. I don't know why I do this to myself time-wise, but this is now actually fun. I can checkmate. You can't castle. And you can't take the bishop. Well, actually, if you take the bishop, I would actually do that. How do you stop me? Queen H1? Fun. You gotta move your queen, yeah. This is cool with the knight still guarding here. No, you have queen H4, or why did I allow that? Alright. Trade. Well, I can just eat this. Probably the best idea, honestly. Alright, we gotta be quick, quick, quick. Alright, this should be easy to play with limited time. It's kind of annoying. Requires a little bit of effort. There we go. Okay. We got it. Played all the way to mate. We love the camp touch. Adds the... What is the camp touch? I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, Darkwind Dog, thanks so much. 50 DKK. Is that Danish currency? Yeah, thank you so much. Off the top of my head. Danish kroner. That's also nice. From Darkwing. Gambits are super fun to play. Thanks for the tutorials. Thank you for consuming the tutorials. This is a bush gas, but a weird decline sort of bush gas that's still within bush gas denial theory. Lose from our last game. Slugworthy's commenting e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, take c3, take bishop c4, knight f6, castles, bishop c5, oh, take premature capture, king takes in at e5. Is taking first better than just e5 right away? Because e5 right away, black can play d5 in that position? Is that correct? This is still within bush gas theory, and the best move here is knight to e7, and this is actually a much bigger advantage for black than you would guess. And the reason is because of these weak pawns, and the bishop pair is not looking so hot. Knight c6 is a good move, knight t7 is a good move. I think these are all good moves. Knight t7, b4, a5, playable. Knight a6 I've even seen is interesting, because takes you can castle long, and then b takes a6 after. I'm going to keep pieces on the board, I think. I actually like this with knight a6. I think it's fun. Well, the knight c6 was also very playable. Castles bring the rooks to the center. Very, very pleasant, easy position for black. The point of knight e7... Castle's fun in between move here. The point of knight e7 in this bush gas deniers line is actually so that bishop f4, the most obvious development move, attacking c7, has a very nice antidote, which is knight d5. And rook g1 has very nice antidotes, which are like also moving the knight over. But knight d5 hitting here and here. Let's go back to the game. There was played. I can throw in this check if it's annoying. I think it is. Why not? Bishop d3, not really playable. So now I'll capture. King's floating. Okay, let's bring our knight in here. This seems good. A4 didn't seem like a good move at all. I think, like, instead of A4, if they played here, then maybe it wasn't so bad. But I don't know what this is. Dead set on bringing the rook out that way. I can give the check and then come in. Might be even stronger, but no reason why this isn't very good. Here, check, here. No, well, king a2, I would go here. Then I'd win the rook. Rook b1, knight b4, check, winning it. So king's got to keep floating. And now it's like bordering on checkmate. Well, I can win the rook. Check, king d3, knight b3. It's check, and I will take this rook. So we got him. We've got him. I'm going to take a rook hole. I'm out of water. After this game, I'm going to need more water. I am parched. It's much bigger finish than you would guess. I like that. I am a sucker for terrible puns. Keep them coming. Yeah, sometimes I just look over at my clock and I'm like, wow, I actually have to move. Especially in 3 hours, this happens. Thank you, Roland. That seems like a very kind compliment. Everything here is rainbow. Microphone rainbow, keyboard rainbow, mouse rainbow. And I even got this rainbow running too. My desktop. I was just looking down. King up. I'm up a whole rook, aren't I? Okay, I gotta move fast. I don't know what I'm doing. That's literally the only thing that matters right now. Dude, what is going on outside? No, no. No. Nice try. No, how did that happen? Okay. Let me refill my water. 1 second. Oh, oh, I got it off. Okay. I saw it on zeros there. I saw it on zeros. I had heard a bing after I left, and I was like, wow, I gotta hustle. So I didn't even bother wipe it off, but I brought dish rag from there. I really got that move off with zeros. So it looked like to me. Let's go Mets. I got like I got like 6 of these because I went to every single Mets playoff game and they gave me a rally towel. Bleed the orange and blue, baby. Alright, Gambit glass is on. Speaking of orange and blue and rainbow, we got a Goring here. Got the interesting D5 line. The spicy line specific to the Goring that the Danish does not have. Opponent made a pin and really likes their pin. Issue for opponent is that their king is here. For example, I have queen a4 check. That might hang the knight, because I step out of this. Queen a4 check, bishop d7, takes, knight f3, pawn f3 is an interesting position. Bishop e2 is another option. cd4 is another option. Alright. Let's go check. Baseball. I grew up in Westchester, just north of New York City. My dad is from Montreal. He grew up going to games of a team called the Montreal Expos, which later became the Washington Nationals. They moved away. Montreal no longer has a team. So my dad was a baseball fan, but there was no team. And I chose my team. And I love them dearly. Oh, Canada. Dude, Freddie Freeman, World Series MVP. Canadian. But yes, so I'm a born and raised New Yorker. But my parents are both from Canada, so I'm a dual citizen. And I've always played for Team Canada. Internationally, played for World Youths, all under the Canadian flag. Kind of just on autopilot here. I have my Gambit glasses on, even though I actually have an extra pawn on the board here. G7's kind of been hanging, or is it hanging now? So I follow hockey at all a little bit. I watch playoff hockey. I do watch playoff hockey. Playoff hockey is something else. We were actually in Canada at the time of Game 7 this year, between the Oilers and the Panthers, and that was a heartbreaking one. But boy, do I ever have respect for hockey players, man. That is, especially, as I said, playoff hockey is something else. I mean, I've got like a lot of good moves here. I need pawn grabber glasses. Those would be the opposite glasses that I have now, right? Here, trying to sneak in there. There's bishop d6, so we should probably just take this. Take that and sneak around the back. Even if you've played a6, this is good to know, and then you castle. Sometimes this is still annoying, so it's something to watch out for. If I take it, what would happen? Take mate. Take bishop e4. Can I get him? Maybe. Playing with fire a little bit. It didn't get me. I'll get M. M. Here. I don't really see an immediate KO. I don't know. This is a good idea as any. Could just check here and then figure it out later, but I don't really like doing that. Ah, but that takes away this. It's a good defensive resource, but now you gotta give your queen. Oops. Ooh, it would have been a bad pre-move. Oh. The people from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but those from Abu Dhabi do. I don't get it. Pro Marvel Racing. Do you watch what's the name of that Marvel racer on YouTube? I can't believe I'm forgetting. But the one with the Rangers and that's such soothing, high quality content. I love it so much. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name right now. Gels. That's it. Those are the ones I watch. I would watch them when I was little. If I play e6, is there an h4? I don't really think so. I don't know. I'll just click go here. I'll just play h6. Alright, maybe now I'll play h6. No? Are you just going to let me go here without h3? Press X to doubt. Before. C5, I'll just have to come back. play a5 here. I like that I've anchored this knight. I've played rook c8, brought it to the other side, and b6 is something I want to do next. Chip away here. I think both my rooks are actually well positioned. Got a good knight there. b6 is pretty serious. Not so obvious what to do. Clearly my opponent knew the London much better than I did. Which makes sense. They're a London player. No London Crusher 9000 though. They played the delayed London. They played knight f3 and then knight bishop f4 only on move 3. Bishop b5 here, b6, e6. Can I get that pawn is the big question. Might be able to like continue to reinforce it, right? So then, okay. Well, all right, let me get this bishop. I mean, they never played h3. It bothers me. They never had to spend that tempo. I'm getting rid of the bishop. You never created that square. Now, yes, now it's mine. c6, queen d6. Knight e5, I have f6, right? What am I missing? Knight e5, I have f6. Well, that's what I was missing. No matter, we blockade. This is all solid. Knight e5, f6. So I'm gonna come here and take. I don't think they can arrange a defense. I think... yeah. Well, interesting idea is maybe to come in here and take that. That's the one unprotected thing I got. Alright, so knight e5, f6. Yeah, it might have been the idea I gave them. So, okay, if I go here... ooh, knight d7, my idea was to take it with the pin. e4, they're just trying to wreak havoc here. They're trying to put a knight here. Alright. This is interesting. Okay, wait. I can come here. Knight takes b6 and rook takes c6? Because then take... well, they're going to have to give their queen in this line. Because or else... yeah, so they're giving their queen like this. Oh, this was smart. This is going to be check, and then... they get more than I thought, because that was check. So... okay, oh, move. Oh, Christ. d5 take... no, I can't take it. I can't take it. I should have... stupid all the way around. No, this is just gonna come here. I didn't blockade it or anything. Just rook c8. What am I doing? How did I let that happen? Alright, well, I didn't have much time. Tough one there. Yeah. I mean, my queen is literally pinned. Don't even have, like, a move to do something. Yeah. This is all minus... wow, -4. Just didn't have the time. I don't need to go for this. I can just play rook b8. Oh, because they're losing something here. But then... take... I mean, this is still winning. It's just, I just didn't have much time. I played here, which is the best move. But I just had 14 seconds and panicked. That was a huge mishap because now I just made that pass pawn. You can see the eval bar swing like crazy here to here. And it was an advantage I worked so hard for. So I'd actually done everything really right, actually, up to this point. But, no, poor time management will nail you every time. Alright. Love the London Crusher. Used it against a good mate who plays London all the time. Got him rather upset. Love to hear it. That is God's work right there. That is God's work. It is incumbent upon you all to crush the London players. And English players, and all those lines we don't like. No offense against that country. But, play better openings. Alright, I'll join one more arena here. Join one more arena here. Probably the last arena of the night. Am I familiar with the Flintstones? Do I recall what Freddie Flintstone would say? He would say, yabba dabba doo. Oh. That's so good. People from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but people from Abu Dhabi do. That's good. I've never heard that before.
10, 9,
I do remember.
8,
I mean, they were kind of before my time. We had the Flintstones about the past and the Jetsons about the future.
2,
And they were very similar cartoons.
0.
Alright, Pratik 005. Bush gas. Accept. Accept it. Take my pawn. Do it. Take the pawn. Yes! Let's go! Ah. Didn't want f7. He thought so long about this pawn. Didn't even not even worth thinking about taking that one. Wanted nothing to do with that one. Alright. Alright, we'll take the Stafford transposition. I didn't whisper into the microphone. That was the issue that time. Alright. So, yeah, this is interesting, right? It's a really quick castle, but we play this anyway. We play this move anyway. Why? What do we do against h3? Well, we have a little trick. Take, take, take. King takes f2. Queen to d4 check. Taking the bishop on c4. So queen f3 is actually the only move. You need to further fortify this right here. Because if you play d3 to defend that bishop against that trade and then queen d4 check winning it, then queen h4, that's the Stafford pattern you've seen a million times, attacking h2 and f2, right? So h3, and then you would take here due to too many threats right there. Queen f3 does defend that, and it threatens mate. However, we happen to have a very nice move ourselves here, and it is this move, knight to e5. What a beautiful square. Wait, that is the move, right? Yeah. What a beautiful square to land on. What an absolute octopus of a knight. Octopus, it hits 8 squares, does a knight centered in the board. And of those 8 squares, several of them are useful. One defending mate, attacking here, attacking here. So queen e2 needed to be played. No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What needed to be played was queen b3. Queen e2 did not need to be played. Because now your queen is attacked and you don't have f3. In fact, because you don't have any of these pieces, any of these guys out. You don't have f3, this is pinned. And your only spot for your queen was e1 because Mr. Octopus over here wasn't just hitting these squares. This square was also useful for it to deal with. So bishop takes f7 needs to be played. That's not helping you either. You still need to go back to e1. Oh, man. Okay. Now, can I win with knight f3? Man, this is filthy. Knight f3, take, take, just to play queen g5 next turn. So knight f3, take, take. You play d4, right? To not get mated in 1. But then I play queen to h4. And you will get mated in 1. I think like queen g5, queen h4, bishop f3, all these moves are winning, but this is just... Wow. Does it work? I think so. Knight f3, fork. You have to take me. I take back. I mean, this was so unnecessary. I'm a piece up. And with a much better position. But... why not? Wow. This is a fun line in the bush guess. Because my opponent took just the one pawn at the beginning. I coaxed them with the microphone. And... they made some reasonable defensive choices. But the barrage was just nonstop. The barrage is just nonstop. D4, like I said, good choice to not get checkmate in 1, cover that square. But the rook is jammed in with the queen. None of these pieces, look at they're jamming themselves in D4. They had nothing to do. They had nothing to do to cover this. Look at your pieces. Ah, it's terrible. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, bishop f4 here to try and play bishop g3. That's the only thing that's not mate in 1. My king is literally here. You can't touch me. Bishop f4 it takes, and just coming right back there. Okay, wait. Let's have a look. Fun game. Fun game. I've had this exact... No, wait, that was this game. No, I've had this exact position before. What? I've had this... Guys, this is the second time I played this game. This is literally a different game. This is literally... Like... Guys. I just clicked on a different game. I've clicked... You don't believe me. That's a different opponent than I just played. This game is from 9 months ago. Or I should be over here. This game's from 9 months ago. This is a totally different game that I've played. This exact same thing. Offering this. Okay. This is the exact same thing that I came up with. Alright, well in that game my opponent played until checkmate. Let's talk about the logic of why this works so well. Dude! How many games do I have here? Okay, just 2. But there are 11 games here. Okay. Bush guess. So, bishop c5. My opponent plays bishop to c4. Denying it 1 time, but accepting it the 2nd time. If they accepted it the 1st time, then in this position, bishop c4 would not have been a great move, right? They have c3, that fun line where we play here, attacking this, attacking here, right? So here, queen h6, we pin the bishop, all this fun stuff. The mittens line, if you will. The mittens line, where we redirect over here, where I played against mittens. That didn't happen. My opponent plays bishop c4, and you might note this is a Stafford transposition, right? Because we've played knight f6. The thing about the Bush Gas and the Stafford is bishop c5 is almost always a move you're playing in the Stafford. So this is the Stafford, knight f6, takes knight c6, takes d takes c6. And so in this position, let me just go back to the view we had, actually. I think this was kind of the best view. Okay. In this position, bishop c4 is a move, but it's really not the best move. Bishop c5 is a move you're going to play anyway. So it's actually really nice to have this instead, as you'll note would happen maybe here. It's nice to have this instead because you have the additional option to play f5 to actually create some more targets here. So you can create this pawn trade, and then after following that up with knight f6, you can castle, you can bring your rooks here, and have some nice other targets here. So I appreciate that flexibility that the Bush Gas gives, but this is a pretty direct Stafford transposition. If they play bishop c4, then you play bishop c5, although this is much more common out of the Bush Gas Gambit. Now if you're white, you might realize, especially if you're familiar with Stafford ideas, that you don't want to be fall into yet another one of those pranks where you play d3 to maybe defend this or something. Knight g4, attacks here, castles, queen to h4. Oh no, you don't have a knight on f3 that would defend the h4 square, that would defend h2, that would also have allowed you to play d4 all this time, right? No, d4 is the most important thing. This is the Stafford capture, d takes c6, not only giving the bishop defense over the g4 square for the knight, but also opening the queen up here to control with these queen d4 resources, stopping this move that would give white a very solid pawn advantage. So with knight g4, yes, that knight would support d4, also this and this. Queen to h4 here, in a position like this, right? I mean, you've maybe seen this a number of times, threatening checkmate here, and then, you get him here, and this is just completely winning. My opponent wanted none of that, and so they played castles, and so this is a line that's actually even featured in the original Bush Gas Gambit video, where it's really interesting here, this idea of just playing knight g4, like, completely, it looks like completely unprompted, right? Like, they castle, like if you're white here, you're probably feeling pretty good. You castled your king. This pawn's not takeable because your opponent hasn't castled their king. You can play queen e2 here, and I don't know, something. I don't know. Is this pawn takeable? This pawn is takeable. Look at that. Knight takes e4 is the best move. Or no, knight g4 is still the best move, but this is still very playable. And then they could play rook e1 check and have a pleasant position. What was I gonna say? Castles, knight g4. You're just kind of throwing it that way, and it's interesting because there's really no development here at all, which is what allows there to be these threats. So like I said, h3 is what you should do if something crosses the line between these two arrows, right? If something crosses the middle line, and you can, and you know, if as soon as it's not making a threat, including instantly, you should probably kick that out. You shouldn't let those stick around. Here it is making a threat, right? We would actually take everything, and then queen d4 check, and then stay up material. And the issue is that if you do defend that, we're going to follow that up with queen h4. So we're using really all of our resources from that Stafford capture to make this happen. Queen f3 is kind of the only move that's going to defend everything, and it is the engine's recommendation. You can see a lot more people are playing this line since my videos and everything, but even then, this is still not tops in popularity. Yeah, queen f3, it does hit on f7. It is interesting. Queen h4 is not the best move, but I've seen this a number of times where actually they take f7, and it's actually not that good. It's actually not that good, that there's king d8 in like these sorts of positions, and it's like, oh wait, there's still problems on h2. Rook f8 still might trap your queen. It still could trap your queen, and then there's you're gonna get like checkmate on f2. Like for example, your h3 rook f8. I don't know. I don't know what the actual evaluation is here. He is winning. Queen h4 is it a playable move? No, because well, so almost no one will do it. Look at this. 173 people out of 5,900. Everyone's like, oh my god, how could you not take this? But then there's no follow-up. The pawn guards this square. You don't have any other pieces that can get me. Just the queen. And then rook f8. Okay, it's not trapping the queen, but it's going to be something like this, right? Takes, and then, or just like rook takes f2. Check, check. What a great move. Always love to do that. Check. Winning the queen. It's check. So, yeah, and otherwise, okay, it's something like this would be mate. Fun lines all the way around. But yeah, queen g3 is a really solid spot for the queen that actually just kind of anchors and provides some good defense. Now, if you dodge this, they can probably drive you out, or even bishop e2 with the pin. So, better to play knight e5. Keep it more direct. Still don't let them get any development. Knight e5. And so the best move here is going to be with queen b3. And only now do we play queen h4. Because now with queen h4, now again it's an annoying situation where most people are playing like c3 or d3. And with either of these moves, c3 looks very, very tempting. How could you not? Because, like, finally, you're going to get to play this d4 move that's been, you know, would solve all your development problems and cut this off. But with c3, you're cutting off your one defensive resource, which was the queen coming to g3, right? So now in h4, you don't have this move anymore, and you're just going to lose. There's checkmate here, and h3, and I'll just take this. King here, and then we'll do our zigzag pattern. Queen g3. By the way, you don't control that. By the way, you have nobody that can defend over here. No bishop, no knight, no nothing. I'm going to checkmate you here. If you take here, I'll checkmate you here, controlling that square. So, and yeah, this also wasn't an option. This was also checkmate. The rook's not there. No development is here at all. So this is why we strike. Yeah, knight g4. And by the way, this doesn't change anything. It's kind of funny. But it changes absolutely nothing. There's no way to touch this king. And all the checkmate ideas I just said still stand. So c3, d3, I think is kind of going to be a very similar fate with knight g4. Even if you can defend it this way, you're still going to get killed on f2 one way or another. So yeah, I mean, if you're white here, the best move is queen c3, just to hold zeros. Queen c3, just to kind of make that knight make a decision. Either pressure my bishop and allow, either stop pressuring my bishop and allow me to come back to g3, right? Because they can't, because the bishop's hanging. Or come over here already, right, so that I can go here. But like something like that, because they can't do any of these development moves, because they can't cut off the third rank from this queen g3 resource. It's the only thing keeping them alive. So funny stuff there. Queen c3, I mean, like, come on. We have 7 out of 270 queen c3s. Everything else, yeah, I mean, they tend to lose. So, yeah, g3 I've seen here, which is also allowing, like, all these pieces to come in. Anyway, so queen b3 needs to be played. Queen c3 it's very similar. We play bishop d4, and it's actually probably just transposing, and it's really asking for c3 even more, which is going to just get them even worse. Yeah, like I said, mate in 5. Literally mate in 5. Literally mate in 5 in this position. They got to go queen d5 check. That's the recommendation, because it's just that bad. So, in the game, queen e2 is played. Getting out of the way here, queen e2, defending the bishop here. And now we hit him. Yeah, okay, I'll turn that off. Bishop g4. It's so fun. I love positions that are even worse than they look. You know, when I'm playing the other side, that are even better than they look for me. Because, yeah, so this pin, it's so brutal. There's no f3, and it just changes everything. And, yeah, now queen e1's the only move, and then I'm going to take here. Or queen e1, I mean, as long as there's no checkmate. I don't know. There's checkmate. Knight f3 check even better. Knight f3 check even better. Don't even take the bishop. Knight f3 check. That's nice. That's a nice one. Okay, but yeah, in the game, I mean, I got the best of both worlds because they took here, I took back, and then Just really cute stuff using all this stuff. The fact that all these lines are working because they just have nobody over here. With the Staffer, with the Bushgas, they play here, they take here, and they're losing really their one good defender. You know, like if they're able to get this stuff out, then okay, they have more defenders. But this knight here is so important to defending a standard castled king, and without it, there's so many vulnerabilities, and that's what getting exposed in these lines over and over and over again. So here was knight to f3, check with the fork, takes bishop, takes f3. Queen g5 is imminent. Queen e3 hangs on, I guess, for a couple moves, offering the queen here. But in the game, yeah, d4 was probably a more practical try, covering that up. I had no interest in the pawn, only just finding a different square that would also checkmate them. This one they cannot guard. This is all they can do to deter checkmate because they have nobody around. Okay. Subscribe. Play the Bushgas Gambit. Fun game. Wow. Alright. I'm probably going to end it on that note for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed. Long live the Bushgas Gambit. This has been a fun stream. This has really put a smile on my face. I'm so happy I got this new setup. It makes it like I just feel so much better, so much easier. Like I just content's coming, man. Content is coming. I'm feeling great. Halloween is officially over. It is November now. I see it's 12:15 here on the East Coast. Have a good night, everyone. Would I play that 7 bishop takes f7 line? I would. I would play bishop takes f7 there and then goring. Alright, take care. I'll see y'all next time.